Hi guys, this is a quick video about a pulse width modulator, or sometimes called a digital maximizer. The device has two purposes, the first being preservation of your battery life. You can get a little more out of your battery because of the way it maximizes the energy use of your battery, and it also gives you more precise control of your trolling motor speed. The device sits in line in between the trolling motor and the battery. Here you can see the PWM connected in line in between the trolling motor and the battery. I use these Minn Kota quick connects to connect and easily disconnect the trolling motor from the PWM and the PWM from the battery. You can see my battery is not a typical high capacity marine deep cycle battery. This actually is a 40 amp hour battery that's made for the vehicle audio industry. So I think this gets used when those guys show off their high-powered audio systems and make my ears hurt. My trolling motor is a Minn Kota Endura C2 30 pound thrust, and with this digital maximizer or pulse width modulator, I am able to leave it in forward speed number 5 at all times. So this device here is the PWM itself. It's a piece of circuitry that I've encased in a sandwich lunchbox and poked a few holes for the switches that it needs. The theory behind the PWM is it helps maximize your battery usage, and it will give you more precise control of your trolling motor. The way that it does this is, I don't know if you know, but a typical trolling motor with the 5 speeds, I think the Endura C2, when it is on speed 5, will draw about 30 amps of power from your battery. When you drop that down into speed number 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, you are still drawing a lot of amperage out of your battery, but it will use resistor coils inside the motor to convert some of that energy into heat and provide less energy to the motor, and that's how you get lower speeds. Well, converting that excess energy into heat simply wastes your battery. So wouldn't it be better if you could pull any power that you're pulling out of your battery gets converted to actual usage on the motor? So what the PWM is able to do is create a digital pulse, series of pulses to the motor, and when you need to go faster, it provides more pulses, and when you need to go slower, it provides fewer pulses. And the pulses are fired in rapid succession depending on how much speed you want. Now my PWM came with both a switch and a dial. The switch allows you to go into a forward speed on the motor and a reverse speed on the motor, and the dial allows you to dial up a specific amount of energy. Inside the case here you can see a digital readout that I added to mine. Actually, maybe this came with my PWM. This is my second PWM. The first one I somehow fried the circuitry while hooking it up for testing. I'm not even sure what I did wrong. But I think this is the second one that I bought, and I think it came with this digital readout, which I'll show in a minute. Okay, to demonstrate how this works, I've got the trolling motor in speed number 5 forward, full blast on, and I've pushed this switch into its forward position, and now I can turn the dial. You'll hear it click to turn it on, and the digital readout opens up, and you start to twist the dial more and more and more, and the trolling motor starts to turn. And as I turn it up, you get a faster spin, and as I turn it down, you get a slower spin. And I can really get this dialed down super slow if I want. So you can imagine, as you're in your pontoon boat and you're up near shore and you really want to just go a little ways, you want precise control of where you're going to go. This allows you to do a little better than just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And to go in reverse, we simply flip the switch to the middle position for off and the back position for reverse. And again, you can do the same thing. I think what this does is the PWM itself is reversing the polarity of the current, so you can actually go full speed in reverse. Now the C230 has 3 reverse speeds, so I don't really know if this allows me greater reverse speed. I don't use reverse that much. Now, how I made my PWM, I did purchase my circuitry, I think, on eBay. I borrowed this sandwich box from my children. Sorry, kids. It was a pink lid. I have daughters. So to match my boat, I spray painted the lid red. And here I'll show you in a minute the guts. Here's the inside of the PWM showing the piece of circuitry that I bought. You can see that it has both inputs and outputs coming in out of these screw terminals. So you just hook up the appropriate leads to the motor and the leads to the battery, and it takes care of the rest. And then it's got these leads out to the dial and the switch and the digital readout.